Welcome back. Time now for the word on Wall Street. Top investors watching your money. Joining me now is Payne Capital Management President Ryan Payne. Also with us is Mike Lee this morning. Great to see you. Thank you for joining the conversation.
Thanks, Maria. Great to be here.
Another rally underway, which you both continue to predict. I want to get your take on stocks for 2026 because futures right now indicating a triple-digit move when the market opens. The Dow is up 170. The Nasdaq's up 184. After yesterday's gains, they were fractional, but still, we had a win yesterday. All three major indices finished higher on the session. But software stocks are still getting hit. These fears about AI disruption, Ryan, where are you on this? You had Palo Alto, Salesforce, Oracle, all down between 2 and 3%. Meta is expanding its deal with NVIDIA to use AI chips, millions of AI chips in the company's data center build-out. Meta planning to spend $135 billion on the technology this year. That's just one of all these hyperscalers spending hundreds of billions. Shares of Meta and NVIDIA were up during the extended trading session. And how do you see this?
Well, I think first off, it's nice to see some rotation. It's been on since last year. It's nice to see money go to other places besides the AI trade. I mean, who would guess this year? We were just talking off air, but like energy is up almost 20% for the year. You look at industrials, materials, and just a lot of what you've been covering about how we have this whole industrial revolution going on right now with the need for base metals, precious metals. As the world becomes electrified, AI infrastructure, everyone's bumping up their defense budgets. So you're really seeing money spread out, and I say from like the virtual world back to the real world, which is great. Now, with software stocks down 25% this year, that's a big polarity to other places doing really well. I think some of it, and it's like a broken record, is a little bit an overreaction here. Like last year when DeepSeek came out, we thought NVIDIA was going to be disrupted. Yeah. I think right now it's kind of just like throw the baby out with the bathwater. There will be some disruption here. It is real. Like some of these tools do work really well. But are they going to just demolish other market share where you have a lot of specialization, whether it's like Salesforce, or any of these other type companies? I suspect at some point you will get a rebound there as well. But you know what? Spread your money out. That's what I've been saying on your show, and I think that's not a bad place to be, is have your money in another place.
When you're spreading it out, do you want to buy critical minerals? Do you want to buy gold, silver, and copper right here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you rush into the gold trade per se, but luckily I run a very diversified portfolio. So just by owning emerging markets where a lot of these deposits are, owning a commodity fund in our portfolio, just having that in your portfolio as a base component, I think is critical because this trend is huge. And it's a lot easier to discern than trying to figure out what's going to be the best AI stock. I think that's a lot harder to figure out. This trend is pretty, it's right in front of you. It's clear. You should have money there.
Mike, we've been talking about the concern about jobs. Federal Reserve Governor Michael Barr raised concerns about the jobs market yesterday. We put the quote on the screen. He said, as with other general purpose technologies, the long run effects of AI are likely to be profoundly positive. But in the short term, AI may deeply disrupt labor markets and harm some workers. And we've been talking about the CEO of Anthropic this morning because, of course, he made, and he's done this publicly many times, to talk about AI eliminating jobs. But the most significant comment that he has said recently is that you are going to see AI eliminate 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs within 1 to 5 years. In the meanwhile, Anthropic is in a big fight with the Pentagon. And I want to get your take on that in terms of, I mean, they're a government contractor, but they're telling government, we want you to use Claude, but not if it has anything to do with surveillance. And not, here it is, the feud between the Pentagon and Anthropic escalated. Cheryl reported this a moment ago. It's regarding Claude, the only large language model that can be used in classified settings. The Pentagon might ask government contractors to certify that they don't use Claude, which would be a huge blow to Anthropic. They don't want their technology used for domestic surveillance. A defense official says rivals OpenAI, Google, and xAI have agreed their models can be used for lawful use cases. Mike.
So, look, it's hard to overstate how big a deal this is. So Anthropic, OpenAI are the two fastest growing companies in human history when you look at it from a revenue and user standpoint. And a lot of the people writing the code, and you could see with the CEO of Anthropic going up, are very hard left Democrats. And the hard left Democrats now are very different than 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Keep in mind, over 6 in 10 Democrats view socialism as favorably, right? And over 3 out of 10 Democrats are avowed socialists. So you have a real issue here when you're trying to run a government, and the AI models are written with code that fundamentally think the United States is an unjust country. So this is a real problem, and you should not be using any technology from a government standpoint and how they are getting government contracts when they view this way and there's these written code. And remember, Gemini, when it came out 24 months ago, it fell flat in its face because of how insanely left the underlying code is. And it's like, look, this is a product. These are all products of Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley, where they elect Democrats over and over and over, and when they implement the policies, like all the wealthiest ones leave the state. So like these are some of the most consequential companies in the history of time.
You're right.
And they have this hard left underpinning. This is a real issue, and you could go to Elon Musk's Twitter feed to see a post from yesterday where he talks about, is the U.S. on stolen land? The answer you get from Grok, from Claude, from Gemini, and from ChatGPT, and only XAI, Elon says no. Like, we are not on stolen land, because every human
Grok
being
says the U.S. is not on stolen land. What did the other ones say?
Oh, well, they say we are. They say the simple answer is yes, but like they all ignore the fact that every single piece of land has at one point changed hands over the course of human history. So everyone's on stolen land, and it's an oversimplification. It is the current thing. It's the leftist talking point to go against any sort of immigration enforcement and kind of delegitimize anybody that argues with you. So look, this is a real problem, especially getting so Anthropic's revenue last year was $5 billion. It's going to be 150 by 2029, where ChatGPT is going from 20 to 200 in the same time frame. Like, this is mind-boggling numbers, and that's amongst the competition of Facebook's got Llama, Google has Gemini, and XAI is out there. Like, so this is big business.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I was at the inauguration, the whole inauguration weekend, and there were all Silicon Valley executives around President Trump. And I was expecting that the Silicon Valley has pivoted to wrap themselves with the American flag and not be globalists anymore. This story tells differently. This story says a different story. That Anthropic is pushing back against the Trump agenda.
And look, you gotta understand with today's left, the issue is never the issue. The issue is the revolution, and they're gonna push it in all ways, all the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you got to get Anthropic out of the government.
You know, 100%.
Wow.
I think you're right. I think you have to watch don't talk into your phone, and don't use any other services besides Elon Musk's. I get it.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
100%.
Does that, you guys are investors, does that sway you from investing in any of these stocks?
Yeah, so I don't think you invest in the open AIs, like the large language models, because a lot more will come, right? But like, you can look in the benefit, like who they're spending money on.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, too, and I think that's the problem is there's so much competition right now between all of them. Again, this is why it's nice to spread your money out into other areas like industry that's coming back, as opposed to trying to figure out the next AI model.
Well, this is certainly a place where investing is meeting policy, for sure. Great to see you, Ryan.
Thanks, Maria.
Thank you so much, Ryan Payne. Mike, you're with us all morning, and we appreciate that. We'll be right back. Stay with us.